Good morning, Northwestern. We just got off our class Zoom call. Thank you so much to those of you who participated today. Let's see, who can I give a special rah to? These are the people I saw on Zoom this morning. Thank you for showing up and being on time and giving me your best. So today I saw London, Albie, Cyan, Valeria, Nadia, Isis, Bryce, Chris, Imani, London Cannon, Sydney, Jazz Mariah, Harper, Aaliyah, Malik, not Malik, whoops. I'll see you next time, Malik. Zai, Karan, and that is it. Way to show up and be on time, scholars. I'm so proud of you. It's not mandatory to show up for the Zooms, of course, but that's when you'll find out what you're doing for the day. And I appreciate those of you who have been so bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, alert, following those Zoom expectations. I want to go ahead and do some more examples with today's math work. So your objective is that you are going to find the GCF. GCF. G stands for greatest, which means biggest, largest. Greatest. C stands for common. Common is what do we share? Well, we all go to ACE Prep. We have that in common. A lot of you might be 10 years old or 11 years old, so you have that in common. So C means common. And then F is for factor. And a factor is a number that you multiply toward one another to get your product. So 1 times 3 is 3. 1 and 3 are your factors. So if I look at number 1 for today's example, and it's a little difficult to come up with all these, especially if you're not real quick on your number sense, but that's okay. We're gonna spend some significant time with this week. Especially I'm gonna pull you later on in the week on Thursday for small math groups. We're gonna start breaking out into groups later this week. So if I look at number 1 and it says find the GCF, greatest common factor, for 12 and 26. Well, I've got 12 and 26. I'm gonna write them on my notebook just like that. Even though on your paper they're not quite like that, write them just like this. Then you need to ask yourself, okay, what are my factors? What do I multiply by to get 12? Well, you always start with 1. 1 is always a factor. So 1 times 12. And then I ask myself, can I multiply 2 by something to get 12? Yeah, I can multiply 2 times 6. So we've got 2 and 6. And then I ask myself, what about 3? Can I multiply 3 by something to get 12? How many 3s make 12? 4. Can I multiply 5 by something to get 12? No. Can I multiply 6? Oh, I already have 6. So if you look at this, your factors are going to be, and I always say follow this like a U. Follow this like a U. So we go, my factors for 12 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 12. Those are my factors. And those might be what you write on the line for number 1 if you're doing number 1. Then I look at 26 and I say, okay, 1 times 26. Well, 26 is also an even number. All even numbers have a factor of 2. So I'm gonna go 2. Well, what do I add together? What plus what equals 26? And that's kind of tricky, but if you try hard enough, I know you can do it. It's 13. And then I ask myself, well 3 times, well, I know 3 times 7 is 21, and 3 times 8 is 24, 3 times 9 is 27. So no, 3 is not a factor. So not 3. So would 4 be a factor? 4 times 6 is 24. 4 times 7 is 28. That's too big. So nope, 4 is not a factor. Would 5 be a factor? No. So these are your factors for 26. So you look at this and you list them. 1, 2, 13, 26. Then you can look at your numbers and say, okay, which one is the biggest they share in common? The biggest that they share in common is 2. So the GCF for 12 and 26 is 2. If you need assistance with more of these, remember you're supposed to do problems 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Again, this is day 1 with this. I don't expect it to be perfect. I just want you thinking about those math facts and factors that go together to equal a product, because this is going to help us later with reducing fractions. Have a great Monday.